Take a moment. Forget everything you think you know. Forget your name. Forget your memories. Forget Earth. Forget humanity. Forget the stars. Now imagine that everything you've ever experienced, your childhood, your family, your dream, your fears, every civilization that has ever risen, every galaxy stretching across the observable universe, every atom, every second, exists only because something unimaginably vast is imagining it, not controlling it, not watching it, simply dreaming it. It's one of the oldest ideas in human history. It appears in ancient myths, Eastern philosophy, mysticism, and surprisingly, echoes through some of the strangest questions in modern science. What if reality isn't built from matter? What if matter is built from experience? What if consciousness isn't something the universe created, but something the universe is? Could our entire existence be taking place inside the dream of the cosmos itself? Tonight, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating ideas ever imagined. Not because science has proven it, it hasn't. Not because philosophy has answered it, it hasn't. But because sometimes the questions that sound impossible force us to see reality in entirely new ways. So, close your eyes for just a second. Imagine waking up only to discover you never actually woke up. Every day, reality feels predictable. You wake up, gravity pulls you toward the ground, time moves forward, the sun rises. Everything seems solid, stable, obvious, but appearances can be incredibly deceptive. Touch the table in front of you. It feels hard, solid, permanent. Yet science tells us that nearly all of it is empty space. Atoms are mostly vacuum. Electrons don't orbit nuclei like tiny planets, despite how they're often pictured. Instead, quantum mechanics describes them as probability distributions, regions where they are likely to be found. The deeper scientists looked, the stranger reality became. Particles behave like waves. Waves behave like particles. Quantum systems can exist in superpositions, where multiple possible outcomes are described until an interaction occurs. Entangled particles exhibit correlations across vast distances that challenge our classical intuition. Albert Einstein famously disliked this feature, referring to it as spooky action at a distance. Then there's time. It doesn't flow at the same rate everywhere. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time slows near massive objects. It slows for objects moving close to the speed of light. Two observers can experience different amounts of time and both be correct. Space itself isn't fixed. It stretches, it bends, it expands. The universe isn't a rigid stage where events happen. The stage itself is changing. And as our understanding grew, a strange pattern emerged. Reality became less like a machine and more like something profoundly mysterious. Some physicists even began asking whether information, not matter, might be the deepest layer of reality. If that's true, what is information without something capable of experiencing it? Among all the mysteries in science, perhaps none is deeper than consciousness. You are conscious right now. You see colors, you hear sounds, you experience emotions, you possess an inner world. But where does that experience come from? Neuroscience has revealed incredible details about the brain. Scientists can observe neurons firing, map brain regions, measure electrical signals, study chemicals responsible for memory, emotion, and perception. But none of those discoveries fully explains one simple question. Why should physical processes produce subjective experience at all? This is sometimes called the hard problem of consciousness. Imagine building a perfect robot. It walks, talks, laughs, even says it feels pain. Would it actually experience anything? Or would it simply process information? Nobody knows. Some philosophers argue consciousness emerges from sufficiently complex brains. Others disagree. They believe consciousness isn't created by complexity. Instead, complexity organizes something that already exists, like a radio receiving invisible signals. The music isn't produced by the radio itself. It was already there. The radio simply tunes into it. Could the brain be doing something similar? If so, Consciousness may be woven into reality far more deeply than we imagine. Long before telescopes, people looked inward. Many ancient traditions reached surprisingly similar conclusions. In some schools of Hindu philosophy, the phenomenal world is described as Maya, not meaning that the world is fake, but that appearances can conceal a deeper reality. Some traditions describe the universe poetically as emerging from the dream of the divine. In Buddhism, life is frequently compared to a dream because everything is impermanent. Nothing remains fixed. Everything changes. Everything flows. The Taoist philosopher Zhuangzi told the story of dreaming he was a butterfly. Upon waking, he wondered whether he was a man who had dreamed of being a butterfly or a butterfly dreaming of being a man. The story isn't meant to deny reality. It's meant to challenge certainty. How do we know what is ultimately real? Across continents and centuries, different cultures kept returning to the same intuition. Reality may be stranger than appearances suggest. Modern science has not concluded that the universe is conscious. It's important to say that clearly, but several ideas keep the conversation alive. One is Panpsychism. It proposes that consciousness, or at least extremely primitive forms of experience, is a fundamental feature of reality rather than something that suddenly appears only in brains. Another is integrated information theory, which attempts to explain consciousness in terms of how information is integrated within a system. It remains debated, but it represents one effort to understand consciousness mathematically. Some physicists also note intriguing visual similarities between the large-scale cosmic web and neural networks in the brain. These similarities are fascinating, but do not demonstrate that the universe is literally a brain. There are also interpretations of quantum mechanics that raise philosophical questions about observation and measurement, though none conclusively show that human consciousness causes reality to exist. The evidence is incomplete. The debates continue. But the very fact that respected scientists and philosophers are still arguing about the foundations of consciousness tells us something remarkable. We do not yet know the full nature of reality. Imagine, just for a moment, that the universe is dreaming, not in the human sense, not sleeping, not unconscious, but expressing itself through endless experiences. Every life becomes a unique perspective. Every conscious being becomes another way for reality to know itself. You are not separate from the universe. You are one viewpoint through which the universe experiences existence. Every joy, every heartbreak, every discovery, every act of kindness, every question ever asked, adds another thread to the tapestry of experience. Perhaps that's why consciousness emerged, not by accident, but because the universe continually explores what it can become. Maybe the universe is dreaming us. Maybe it isn't. Science cannot answer that question today. Philosophy cannot settle it either. But perhaps that's what makes the question so powerful. It reminds us how much remains unknown. Every generation has believed it understood reality, and every generation has eventually discovered that the universe is stranger than anyone imagined. So perhaps the greatest mystery isn't whether the universe is dreaming. Perhaps the greatest mystery is why a universe made of stars, atoms, space, and time gave rise to beings capable of wondering about their own existence. And if the universe truly is dreaming, then maybe every time you look up at the night sky, the dream is looking back. If this video made you question reality, let me know in the comments. Do you think consciousness emerged from the universe? Or is the universe itself conscious? If you enjoy exploring the deepest mysteries of science, philosophy, and existence, subscribe and join us for more journeys into the unknown. Because sometimes, the biggest questions don't give us answers. They change the way we see everything.
Thanks for watching. If this video made you pause, question, or see things differently, then it did its job. Feel free to explore more ideas here, and as always, keep thinking.